What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode number 8 of the journey with club number 2, Bohemians. And it was a bit of heartbreak when we left off last time and suffered a 5-3 defeat to Dundalk. But after that we played in the first round, qualifying round of the Europa League, and look at that, an astounding 8-2 victory over Dudelang, F91 Dudelang. If that's right, I don't know, I'm not sure. But absolutely amazing. Uh, Look, it speaks for itself. It was 2-all for a while, and we basically said to the players at half time, look, this wasn't good enough. And they went out and just absolutely dominated then. As you can see, a hat-trick from Matt Roberts. Got another hat-trick from Rob Lehane. Stephen Best with a goal, and Coutinho Curry with a goal himself. We then went on to Shelbourne, where we beat them 2-1. We left it late, put it that way. We left it very late, and they played very well against us. They beat previously they beat Dundalk 5-1, so they had come into a bit of form, and going into the game I was a bit optimistic. I was like, we have to win this, but it turned out they put up a bit more of a fight than I expected, and but in the end we came through. Then we went on to play Dudelang again at home this time, and we only got a 1-all draw. Maybe, well, it was hard to keep the players motivated in this game. It really was. Like, an awful lot of them were complacent and uninterested, But look, we got a 1-all draw anyway, and then we went on to Dundalk. We drew 1-all, and pretty even game. The own goal was a bit lucky, but as usual, like early goals from Dundalk, and we're finding it hard to defend against them early in the game. Then went on to the first leg of the second qualifying round Europa League from Hearts, and as you see, 4-1. It was, look, we went into the game underdogs, and I tried everything. I tried my best to try and get some sort of a result out, but look, it just wasn't to be, and they dominated the game. As you can see here, Bjorn Johnson hat trick, and he just kept, there was no instructions I could have given to contain. There really wasn't. But anyway, then we went on and came back with a 2-0 victory over Longford Town. Um, Pretty boring game. It could have been more than 2-0 actually. We didn't really take our chances, but we take what we're given. We made a few changes in terms of, we brought in Greg Bolger and Keith Hand. It was actually done quite well since he's been in. But we brought in a few players, Philip Lowry, and you just changed it up a little bit. And then we went back to Hearts, where we lost 1-0 this time. And it was a much better performance, but they did still dominate. We just defended much better. And from that first leg defeat, we were gone anyway, so it was a 5-1 over 2 legs. And I wouldn't say an early exit, but it was an exit from Europa League. Then we went to play Derry City in our last game, and they put up a fight, a big fight, and it took us a bit like to contain them. They came at us, and I'm after losing trail of thought now. Yep, trail of thought's gone. Yeah, we they came at us good. Derry City. They're actually third in the league, I think, and they're doing very well at the moment. But anyway, today we are going to take on Shamrock Rovers in the league, and then go on to Bray Wanderers in the EA Sports Cup semi-final. Let's have a quick look at the table, and yes, guys, we are top, and 2 points clear from Bohemians. That's a big result, if you ask me. A very big result. Well, not result, but a very big standing. We need to now win our remaining games. Let's see, how many games have we left? So we have 3, 6. We have 10 games left in the league. It's going to be tough, but I reckon we can do it. We have Dundalk one more time. We have the games that are there are winnable. We just need to keep that confidence flowing. But anyway, let's just jump straight into the game against Shamrock Rovers, and fingers crossed can pick up a good result against them. I'm not really happy that a few of those how would you say, red donuts and the half moon Jaffa cakes have turned up in our recent form, but it is what it is. We can't really do anything about it now. We can't go back, can't change time. It is what it is. We're gonna go with the usual squad. Supple in goal, right back Keown, two centre halves is O'Driscoll and wait, hold on, we have to bring in Best. Where's Best? There he is. He was banned for a game. O'Driscoll and Best centre halves, and left wing back is Griffin. Now in the defensive midfield we have DeMeo, and then we go into the two centre midfielders is Duggan and Lopez. Attacking just behind the two forwards is Graham, Coutinho, Curry, and then our two forwards playing the deep line playmaker, or deep line forward even, is Rob Lehane, and then Matt Roberts as the poacher. So there's not much we're going to change here. I'm pretty happy with. Was that in order? Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that. I actually brought in a goalkeeper. Don't know if you guys have seen him. Liam Boson. He's good. He's a 3-star player. I just brought him in as a backup. He's a good backup. 210 quid a week. You can't complain. You know, we needed something better than the backup goalkeeper we had, so we just got him in on a free. Yeah. So let's jump straight into it. I'm hoping we can pick up a result here against Shamrock Rovers. We know from past experience they are a good team. Was it this season they beat us the very first game? I think they beat us 4-1, was it? At the start of the season. Obviously not an ideal result to pick up at the start of the season. Opening game, it's not what we wanted. But we then came back and we beat them, I think 2 or 3 times then on the bounce. So we have a good record against them. We beat them last time at 1-0, and it was, for what I can remember, a bit of a struggle. But we seem to be in a bit of good form. Hopefully those 2 defeats against Hearts won't really affect us in the league. We gained a good bit of funding from the Europa League. Actually, that reminds me, I actually got I'm sent on a course to do my Continental B license, I think. I'm not sure. Rob Haylands, yeah, he's playing well. Yeah, just say that. It's a big day, yeah, fuck off. I hate these things. How much? Yeah, I'm not gonna individual one. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah. So we're going on a Continental B license, I think, as far as I can remember. That's what it is. A bit of money coming into the club. We're actually not in a debt anymore. We're still losing money, but we're not. We have actually money in the bank. So that's positive. Coming to the end of the season, Europa League really helped out with that. I think we got 100 and odd thousand from Europa League, which is good. It would have been great if we could get past the stage we did, but that's just life. We drew the short end of the stick, and Hearn is playing. I don't like a Hearn. Does he always play for this team? I don't think he did. I think he played for someone else before. But yeah, it wasn't the ideal draw. I looked at who Pat's got, and I never heard of the team myself. They seemed to be very unknown. But look, it's the look of the draw, you know. And we, as I said, we drew the short end of the stick, and we exited early. We could have maybe got a bit more funding out of it. And actually, the team that we were to face if we beat Hearts were worse than Hearts and worse than the team I think that we played beforehand. So it would have been great to maybe get to that stage and beat them. But look, it is what it is. Look, that's what football's all about. That's why we love it. That's why football's so good. Oh, Coutinho Curry with a snapshot at goal, and just can't keep his height down, or can't keep the ball down. So far, early standings 58% possession. Here we are, the ball again. Lehane gives it out to Keown. Keown, dangerous ball in, and it falls to Lopez. Lehane, oh, Lehane, ball saved. I think this could be one of these games where we dominate but won't win by a big margin. And I don't like those games because it always gives the other team a chance. It means they're holding on to a bit of confidence that they can get back into the game. And yeah, we don't want that obviously, because a win from Dundalk today only means that like we can go second. And Lehane collects the ball outside the box. I keep doing that all the time. Dundalk are currently 0-0 against um, Derry City, and I think Derry City will put it up to them. You know, Derry City are playing well this season. And St. Pat's, let's see, where's St. Pat's? They're not playing today. But it seems that St. Pat's are actually, oh, they are playing, Eddie. Yeah, it's 1-1 between them and UCD. They seem to have dropped down the standings this year. Well, last year, obviously, I was only there for a few games last year. It seemed that they had a good like grip of their season. They played well. They came runners up. I think a good 10 points now behind um Dundalk. Dundalk though, with the players they have, with the squad they have, you know, they have to be favourites each year to win the league. But Pats this year have seemed to, they don't know, they just seem to fall short of expectations, and a few teams I think are the same boat. The likes of Shamrock Rovers, for instance, they're considered to be a professional club, and in this league, if you're a professional club, you have an awful lot going for you in terms of like your scouting range maybe better, and like you can scout further out in terms of England, this, that, and the other, and also players you can. Oh no, Stephen Best is injured. Do we have a centre half on the bench? I don't think we do. Oh shit! I don't think we have a centre half on the bench, guys. No, we don't. Bollocks. Keown can play there, can't he? He can, yeah. He's not the best there, but he can play there. I'm gonna bring Dylan Hayes on. Right, so that's gonna be the new back four. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so the likes of Shamrock Rovers are they're a professional club, which means they have more funding than us. Their club value may not be as much as ours. I think ours is like 1.5 million or something, or it was anyway, at least. But um, they probably have more funding for transfers and all. They can attract better players and bigger players because of the fact of their professional status, where we're only semi-professional, and our limitation on players is like huge. I've tried to sign an awful lot of players on free transfers, and they've just no interest at all because they won't be on a full-time contract. It's only part-time, and that's what makes this a little bit more exciting for me, because it adds just that little bit more of a challenge to the game itself. Of course, we're going to eventually get a club that has professional status, and well, God knows when it be, but hopefully it'll be soon. You know, bring in a higher quality of player, be able to play a higher quality of football, even though for the football we are playing now, like for the team that we have, the players that we're limited to, and who we brought in, I think we're actually playing very good football, and I know we're expected to win the league anyway. I think we're doing very well to compete against the likes of Dundalk and St. Pat's and put up a game to them. Uh, I seen actually when we got to the second round of the qualifying stage in Europe, we were expected to lose in the previous round. And look how easily we won that 8-2 in our first leg, and that was away from home. So the expectations of teams in the Irish League are, how would I say, it's very proportional, as in one season they can play great and win the league, next season they could drop down standard, and I don't think it's solely it depends on who they bring in, because although they are a professional status club, they are restricted to who they can bring in, obviously with wages and everything, you know. And I think I'm gonna stop talking crap now and actually commentate on the game, because it's one I actually haven't commentated on it yet. But there hasn't much been commented. We've had 7 shots and one on bloody target. But here's Curry into Roberts. Roberts to Lehane. And Lehane, he absolutely fires it over the bar. Oh, The ball is falling out, and who will collect it is the male to collect. Hayes to Lopez. Lopez holds it. Lovely ball to Duggan. Back to Lopez again. Coutinho, Curry to Hayes. Look at this pass to the ball. Like, I think from all the games we've played so far, like we have one of the best, if not the best. Oh no, how did he miss? Oh yeah, but if not the best playing style in the league. I know it's a bold statement to make, but like I think our run of games only proves that. I think I might bring Danny North on. Matt Roberts isn't having the best games. And let's see, Kevin or Keith Hand, will I bring him on? I don't know. I might. Oh, I don't know. See, Dundalk are now winning their game. We give it a minute. We'll just give it a few minutes. Yeah, Dundalk are winning their game. If we can get this out of the way, I might be able to see who scored. Right, we'll check it in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to be assertive with them and demand more. Because we're really like 60% possession and like 9 shots, 2 on target, 5 long shots they restricted us to. And that's not like us. We usually play the ball very well and play it into the box, which I actually have as an instruction, walk the ball into the box. And we just haven't seemed to do it today. I don't see, like I was going to change it to look to overlap, but what's the point? We've no wingers. Our, our, our wing backs just run up the line anyway. And here's North is in here. North, oh, and he just can't convert it. O'Connor got that goal for Dundalk, and we're going to bring Hand on now with 10 minutes or so to go. Oh no, we're going to bring McGrath on. Bring McGrath, I don't know why, but see, I can't really say I have faith in either Keith Hand or James McGrath because it's been hard to take Graham Curry out of the squad this year. He's just played so well, and he broke the record initially for goals scored in a season, and then Matt Roberts went along when he scored that hat-trick and broke it himself. So records being broken left, right and centre at the club. But here we are now working our way into the box, or trying to at least, and McGrath loses the ball, but it only falls as far as Mayo, McGrath, Lopez. Oh, and it's in. Oh, and Hayes just, he done a Nathaniel Klein there. He gets into the box, into the good position, could easily pass it across the box there and just fluffs it. And here's Griffin across to Lopez. Lopez, oh no, what a shot! Absolutely rattling the post. Lehane across, and it goes out for a goal kick. Whew, that must that easily have to be the best chance of all the game. Right, so I'm gonna overload and get aggressive with them. Tell them to push forward because I'm really not liking all the chances they're taking outside the box. 7 outside the box, and then we've only had 2 clear-cut chances. We need to do better than this. Much better. A late goal, I'll be happy with a late goal. It's one of those games we dominated in terms of stats, but just. Oh, here's Lehane. Oh no! How does he put a simple ball like that over the bar? He hasn't been playing the best the last few games, and I don't want to take him out of the squad because I know what he's capable of, but I think it's time to hit him with a little warning, saying you're being rested there, mate, or I'm gonna just take you out for a few games and maybe try and see how Swan can do. And Lehane loses it, and he gives the ball away, and Shane Levy is offside. Thank God, that could have been very dangerous there. I don't think there's even enough time for a goal, or there will be a goal. Usually at this stage of the game, there never is. You don't see goals this late with 30 seconds to go, and they have the ball. There may be time for one more attack. I don't even think there will be. We need to get the ball for us to find that out, though. And I think they're just going to hold on to it for the rest of the game. It's all over now, and Referee, come on. What's the story there? We've dropped down to second, guys, and I'm gonna be assertive with them, saying that simply put wasn't good enough. Should have won that match by 2 or 3 goals, to say the least. But anyway, we could have done with Derry City getting a goal. They put up a hard fight against us, and yet Dundalk come along and fuck off, will you? I know we're out of top league. We're even on points though. Um, I think if we could get a win, we'll see. It's a toughie. Who do we have in our next league game? I wonder. It's probably Shamrock Rovers again. Oh, I need a sneeze, guys. 1 second, gotta pause it. I need a sneeze. Whew, sorry about that. Right, so our next game is going to be against. Why am I going to the squad? Don't know why I done that. Don't know why I done that. Yeah, right. So next game is Bray Wanderers, and I will be just back in just a second for that one. Right, guys. So welcome back. Today we're taking on Bray Wanderers in the semi-final of the EA Sports Cup, and oh jeez, we could get to another final. And we don't have to, we won't be facing Dundalk if we do get to a final. So that's always a positive. Um, our best centre half is out to 6 to 7 weeks. Who are we going to bring in for him? It's another question. Let me see. Well, you're leaving the club. There's no point bringing you in. We bring in Gary Delaney. Give him a chance. Is there anyone else there? No. We need to sort the defence out. Like, big time. As if we miss a big player, like believe me, we really miss a big bleeding player, don't we? Let's see. Yeah, we do that, and I'm gonna bring in Swan. The player here, Lehane, isn't playing the best at the moment, so yeah. Well, that's the squad we're going with, and I think we could pick up 3 points against them. Well, it's not really 3 points, is it? It's just we're getting to the next round of the cup. Yep, that makes sense. But if we win this game, we'll play either Derry City or Limerick. So, but Derry City did give us a game last time, and I reckon that will be the final. It'll be Bohemians against Derry City. I reckon that's how it will pan out. But let's see how we can get on. Oh my God, I'm not doing a tunnel interview. Send me a assistant, do that. I'm sick of doing it. You always want to talk. If you're lonely, talk to someone else. Get a counsellor. Right, yeah, we're expected to win. I shouldn't really say that, to be honest. Doesn't really get the best of returns in it. But let's see. Let's just get this game underway. We're running on a little bit in this episode, as I was baffling on a bit at the very start. So I apologise in advance for the long episode. But here we are with Swan. To Coutinho Carey plays with Roberts to Lopez. Keown coming in the wing, and the ball is cleared. We don't need a counter attack this early in the game. Oh, lovely clearance by Delaney. Chris Lyons was offside though, so it will be a free kick. And let's see how does that say early. 63% possession. That's very good. Now Coutinho Carey in a good bit of space here. Plays across, and there it is. 1-0. Ryan Swan with the goal, and that's something that we needed Lehane to do, and unfortunately he wasn't able to do it the last few games. Look at this beautiful ball, plenty of time for Carey. Plays it behind the defender, just in front of Swan, and the keeper had no chance when it came to the save. 4 shot on target, and we have a goal. So we get one straight after. Coutinho Carey to Roberts, back to Duggan. This pass is just amazing. You know, there's no pass on going forward. They bring it back. They make sure they hold on to the ball. And here's Roberts. And Roberts just cannot convert. He hasn't been playing the best himself, but of no real replacement for him. It's okay with Roberts because he's 19 years of age. I think Danny North's about 42 at this stage. We're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have. Uh, we're going to lose an awful lot of players this year, so we will have we're gonna have a bit. Oh, there's a goal. Boy, Matt Roberts, 21 goals this season, league in all competitions. That's very good, if you ask me. But here we are, really out nothing. Swan gives it into Curry and just fires the ball in low and hard and near post. Keeper should be doing better in that situation, but we'll take the goal. But yeah, as I was saying, we're gonna be losing a good few players this year. Contracts running out and all that, and just the fact we don't need them. And sadly, an awful lot of those players are players we brought in only this year, this summer. And that's one thing I'm gonna up. Oh, here's Roberts again. Roberts, there we go. 3-0, 10 minutes gone. This is an absolute whitewash already. But I never doubt Bray Wanderers. Never, because they came back finally. We were 4-1 down and they came back in the game. So keeping the players' concentration is important, and I'm gonna do that right now. Actually, I'm gonna do calm concentrate. But as I've been trying to say, and I'm gonna have to keep trying to say it, yeah, it's a bit sad that an awful lot of players that we had bought didn't didn't feature in the league much this season or at all. So I'm gonna make sure that in the league, uh not the league, what am I trying to say, in now I'm stuck for words. I'm trying to keep an eye on the screen and talk at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna just bring in players that I solely need. You know what I mean? I'm not bringing in the amount of defenders I did last time. I'll bring in a few defenders if they're there. If they're not, I'm gonna have to try sort something out. And um, who else would we need? We really need strikers. That'd be that'd be important. Um, who else would we need? Is Roberts in? No. I don't really know who we'd need. I think it's best to take a better evaluation when the season is over and when players have left and when the transfer window opens, of course, who's available and who's not available, who we can afford, who we can't afford. I need to get a hold on the budget. I need to get a grasp of it instead of overspending like I did last time. Because in the case last time, it was I've seen a great player and then I seen a player that was better than him and then I seen a player that was better than him, and none of them have featured. Still I think the only defender that lost his place in the squad was Hayes, and that was the Keon, and he is clearly better. But I'm gonna make sure I don't do that again, make the same mistake. We'll bring in maybe defenders depending on who leaves. Obviously, we're gonna need backup. We're gonna need good backup. Gary Delaney is good backup, I do believe, but is he like for the big game? Is he gonna be there? Is he gonna be present? Like if Stephen Best is injured or if O'Driscoll is injured, that's one thing we need to think about. And it's not something we've really taken into account. Well, I did take it into account in the previous transfer window, but the players never really showed their ability when it came to playing. There was that partnership of O'Driscoll and Best is the best, and yeah, it's been hard to really beat all season. Not many players have come in and filled the gap. They haven't played as well. Brought in Lloyd Buckley thinking he had good potential, and look, he's gone out on loan now to Finn Harps. So, and an awful lot of players did get new contracts. Adam Evans got a new contract. He's currently out on loan, but it's just to have that extra option there of the wide men. A few wide men actually are leaving. Come the transfer window. I keep going to say during the summer, but I keep forgetting the Irish transfer window is like from like what months is it? December or something to March. Like, they have a long, long break. And I'm from Ireland, but I don't watch the Irish League. I don't. Not that I'm no interest in it. I don't know. It can be entertaining at times, but I don't know. I never got into it really. Like Game of Thrones. It's probably brilliant, but I just never got into it. Oh, and there's one. See, now this is what I don't like. This is what they've done before. ball over the top, lines is in, and it is a brilliant finish. I think the goalkeeper should do better. He should move a little bit more than that. But Derry City are actually winning 1-0. Like we're 32 minutes in and 3-1. If it goes to 4-1, it's going to be just. I don't know what to say. I'm going to be nervous for the whole game. You know, the Lopez, the Mayo, the Swan, and the Swan lose the ball. The defence is. Oh, look at this. It's cut open. And lovely save by Supple. See, this is what I mean. Gary Delaney hasn't been able to track back. That's 2 chances now, and they're going to target him. It's cleared off the line by Griffin. That is. It's turning the game around here, and I need to hit them with another calm concentrate because they basically haven't concentrated. They're not doing what I'm asking them to do, especially in the defence. O'Driscoll can only do so much. He's being drawn out of his position though by Chris Lawrence. I don't know what we're gonna do because they are racking up shots now. They are getting back into the game. I'm gonna give it till half time. If we can score another goal. Oh no, here we go. Look at this. That's poor. And clearly I have to go control because we're not aware of that counter attack. Oh, look at this. I would say goalkeeper did try to anticipate where he was going, just he didn't have to reach to he didn't have to reach. Oh, this is what I hate. Like it's every single time I say it's gonna be a whitewash, I end up fucking it up. We need to hold on to this now. Lopez, Curry, back to Lopez, into Keown. Holds the ball, don't be dispossessed, pass it. O'Driscoll, back to Keown and finds Lopez. The Mayo, Roberts. This is what we're capable of. Oh, Roberts over the top. Can he finish? Yes, he can, and there's 4-2. We have a 2-goal margin now, and this is what 5-6 goals even in the first half. Roberts with a hat-trick, in the first half. But that counter attack is something we have to be careful of, and so far we haven't been. We've conceded 2 goals from it, and 2 good goals as well. But just cuts that one out, and the Mayo, the Curry, Lopez, Duggan, Curry, the lovely pass on the ball, very tight areas as well. Roberts in again, and he can't finish. How's the fitness looking? Lopez is looking a bit tired. I might rest him in the next game against let's see how they react to this. Yeah, that's good enough for me. They seem to. Oh, we have them, sorry, in the next game in the league. But see, the league is important. But I know, well, taking Lopez out, there's no real backup there for him. So yeah, but look, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, and then we just see how it goes. But right now we need to focus on keeping a grip in this game and not letting them back into it. Here's a corner from ourselves. Ball whipped in, nowhere but Swan collects, back to Curry, back to Swan, and it goes wide. I didn't even see who took that shot. It was literally my eyeball. My eyeball. Derry City still only with a 1-0 lead over Limerick, and it's not a solid lead. Like it is a cup game. We all say anything can happen in cup games, but you never know. Limerick could catch a late goal, and well, who knows what's going to happen from there. Like 60 minutes in, and now they're up in our half, and it's lovely cut out. Swan played to Mayo, and it's a lovely ball to Curry, but he just can't get by the player. And here's Pender on the counter, and he just puts it over the bar. Thank God. Keeping an eye on these results down here as well, because Of course, we'd prefer having Limerick in the final, but at the moment, Derry City still have that lead. Here's Griffin, plays to Roberts, Duggan, back to Roberts. Roberts takes a shot from near a possible angle with no power in it, and can't. Robert Hayne, Danny North. We're going to bring Danny North on. Take him off. Take Matt Roberts off. He has his hat trick. The ball falls to Duggan. Now Lopez. Lopez is dispossessed. Delaney cuts it out. And Carey comes to collect. Plays up to Roberts. Can he do something with it? Oh, he needs to took two with it here. Can he get a goal before he goes off the pitch? And Swan just ends up, yeah, just blasting the bloody thing. I think they get nervous when they have the ball. They're like, nope, get rid of it, get rid of it. What's our passing being like? 445 passes out of 575 attempts. 78%, that's good. We're in the 69th minute now, though, and they are going to be pushing more on us, so I don't think it'll be long before I go to counter attack, but they have got to go back, and there's only a 1 goal margin now. Oh my god, this isn't good at all. Having a 2 goal margin, yeah, that's great, but I prefer 2. Bray Wonders, they tend to play very well in cup games. I don't know what it is. They've like, I'm sure their expectations. Oh, look here, they're in. Supple gathers it easily, and we're on the counter attack now. We've told them to concentrate. We're in the 74th minute, 2nd minute, 3rd minute, 4th minute, 5th minute. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. You know, because I always remember when I played Bray Wanderers, what happened the first time. 4-1 up, and then they brought it back. Oh yes, and there's Lopez to restore the 2 goal margin, and that is what that is a sigh of relief. We about 12 minutes ago, 13 minutes to go, plus added time, and the goalkeeper is very unlucky there. I don't know what happened. The goalkeepers in this game are just very dopey at the moment. But oh, and it's 2-1 to Derry City, and there's still that 1 goal margin. We're gonna keep telling the lads to concentrate. They're feeling tired at the moment, but we just need them to hold on. 10 minutes to go, and there's a 1 goal margin again. This game is ridiculous. I swear to God. Oh, it's offside. It's okay. It's offside. Whew. Thank God for that. But 2-1, and they literally done what we done. Like Derry City, Limerick scored in the 95th minute to make it 1-1. Derry City straight away scored in the 96th. Here's Danny Norton. Oh, I can't do anything with it. We're gonna make a substitution. 2 substitutions actually. Gonna bring Keith Hand on and Jamie McGrath for Lopez. Lopez is absolutely shattered. Sharpness though is still 100. Let's see, can we hold on for 5 minutes? Plus added time. Here's McGrath. There's the hand. The hand whips the ball back in. McGrath, Swan. Forced to save by the keeper. Once we're up this end of the field, we are safe. And that's where we want to stay. Safe and sound. Swan. Plays it back to Keown. The one thing I don't like really in the Irish Premier League is how congested the time, like the schedule is. Like I'm playing today, and in 2 days I'm playing again. You know, I think they could lengthen their season a little bit, and then cut back then their off season, because I think the break that they have before the season starts again, it feels like about 6 months, to be honest. It takes so long. That might be just because I'm restricted to doing so much transfer business, but like I don't know. But oh, it's full time, and we will be playing Derry City in the final. That is that's a relief. Now, yeah. So I just think it's a little bit too long, to be honest. The break, I could be wrong. It could be just the same as every other break, but it doesn't feel like it. Right, so quickly go into the schedule, and I think we'll come back for the final. We'll come back for the final, yeah, and we will play Derry City and Shelbourne. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm really sorry about the long episode. I know I baffled on a little bit and the games took a bit longer, but hit a like on that on this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and to see more content of the journey, of course, go over to my Twitter. Follow me over on Twitter at the New Gamer for new updates on episodes and on the channel. And leave a comment down below. Why not? See how Tell me what you thought of the episode. Thanks, guys. Adios.